What's up, YouTube? I told you I'd be back. I kind of wanted to give y'all a little small update yesterday on the video that I was going to be talking about with Keyshia Coles today. If you're a new user, please come on and subscribe. If you already been subscribed to me, like y'all already know how this go, make sure y'all like the video, comment if y'all have any questions, or if I'm talking about information that you're not really for sure about, comment below. So the video today I wanted to talk about was Keyshia Coles. I am a fan of Keyshia Coles. And if you're a fan of Keyshia Coles, come on and listen to the video. Come on and subscribe if you're a Keyshia Coles fan. If you don't really care too much about what's going on, or you're not understanding what I'm going to be talking about in this video ain't for you. It's only for Keyshia Coles fans and who understand what's going on and what I'm going to talk about. I like Keyshia Coles. I like Keyshia Coles. I've always respected her from looking at her reality show with her and her mom. Rest in peace to her mom, Frankie, and her sisters. I've looked at that reality show. I looked at her. I remember her coming in as a new artist in the music industry. So, she's been through a lot from what from what has been advertised to the public. And I just always had respect for her. But the thing is, I had to stop listening to her music. And it's not because I didn't like her music. It was because her music was starting to get a little too depressing for me. Like, it was good, iconic, classic songs from her, but it was just like I couldn't constantly keep listening to those, those sad songs, making me sad. Or it might be an experience I was going through with someone and her song come on and I would just be like, ugh. So I had to kind of stop listening to her slow songs because it was just like making me sad and depressed. But I like those songs. Those songs are still good songs. She's still a good artist. I like Keyshia Coles. So for the Keyshia Coles fans, come on and listen to this video. If you eating, you can still eat and drink you a little bit while you listening to this video. If you gotta go get you a snack and you don't want to miss this, go get your snack and your drink and come back and play this video. But definitely I wanted to talk about Keyshia Coles and the history that she's had with men that it just don't seem like things have worked out. And I never understood why. I'm not saying, she's all perfect and it was all the guy's fault. I don't really know, but it just always seemed like to me, Keyshia Coles just seemed down to earth. If you piss her off or something like that, I'm pretty sure she can handle her own. But she just overall seems like a down to earth kind of person. And, she with who she with, I guess, until it don't work out. So starting off, I even wrote some stuff down because I didn't want to miss nothing. I didn't want to leave out no information. So I did write some stuff down and I will be talking about it with you. It was just kind of, it had just been weird to me, or it didn't sit right to me with the history of her men. And then, her seeming like she's in a good relationship, which is good for her when she is in one. And then boom, next thing you know, it's just not working out. And I always wondered, like, why is it not working out? Why are these men not staying? Or, is she tired of them? Does she want to be done with them and move on? Or are they just tired of her? Or both of them just felt like that, it just wasn't meant to be? Like, what is the cause of the history of her men that she has dated or been in a relationship or been married to? Why isn't it not working out? And Keyshia Coles seemed like I said, a good down to earth person. She's very beautiful. And I just never understood over the years why it just didn't work out with her and the men she was dating. Number one, from 2011 to 2020, she was with that former NBA player, Daniel Gibson. She was with him, and I was happy for her that she was married. She was stepping up. That's a good deal. That's a big deal, for seeing her coming into the industry. And at one point she was single. She was young too. And then as she gets older, she gets married. So I felt, I was happy for her. I was happy. But that marriage didn't last long. It was from 2011 to 2020. She filed for divorce in 2017. The divorce allegedly was finalized in 2020. So, you know, when you get a divorce, it doesn't like happen right away. You have to go through all these little steps, and, you know, they have to figure out who gets what and how long you've been married. Will you get alimony? You know, it's a lot of stuff you have to go through as far as a divorce. So it finally wasn't finalized until 2020. The reason why they got a divorce, allegedly, he was cheating. He stepped out the marriage. He cheated on Keyshia Coles. And, you know, Keyshia Coles, of course, wasn't for it. But for their son, they did decide allegedly to co-parent. And she hung in there long enough, and well, as long as she could, until it was nothing left but to co-parent. But I don't think she got a divorce right away. She hung in there for a little bit due to their child. And then after a while, I'm pretty sure she was just tired. She was tired. She didn't want to deal with that no more. And it's just like, wow. Like, so allegedly, yeah, Daniel Gibson, he cheated, the NBA player. And, you know, she stayed in the relationship as long as she could. Boom. Started co-parenting with him with their son. So that's pretty much number one relationship that didn't work. So, and I'm just like, and they was married for a little while. And I was happy for her. You know, this is a bit, like I said, it was a big deal. Getting married and settling down, and, you know, that didn't work out. Next boyfriend that she met, he was in his early 20s. He was a younger guy, Nico Hale. She also has a younger son by Nico, and the baby was born 2019. The relationship started in 2017 and ended quietly in 2020. Now, I know you like, okay, wait a minute, wasn't she just married? Yes, she was just married. But once that didn't work out, and she was able to, you know, find somebody else, she ended up finding somebody else. But see, the thing is, the age that Keyshia Cole was compared to Nico, I wasn't for sure if that was going to work. But if she was happy, I would, as a fan, of course I was happy for her to find somebody and be happy with. But I wasn't for sure how long that was going to last due to their age. But as you can see, it didn't last too long. The relationship did start in 2017 when she filed for divorce in 2017 from Daniel Gibson. And her and Nico's relationship ended in 2020. So 18, 19, 20, they only had 3 years of each other, and then boom, that was it. I'm assuming, for me, my opinion, it was the age difference. You know, he was in his early 20s. You know, Keyshia Coles, you know, in her late 30s. You know, it's like, you know, how long do you think that would have actually worked? How long do you think he actually would have been in the picture? It was a big age difference. And I know sometimes age doesn't matter, but when you're in your 30s or maybe 40s and you're trying to talk to a guy that's in their 20s, you're not going to get too far. They're still trying to figure out what they want to do with their life, as far as them being in their early 20s, or trying to still find their way. So, you know, I don't think in my mind, well, I didn't know how long that was going to last, but again, I was happy for her. But that ended in 2020. Comment below about that. If y'all have any other information on that, if she was with Nico longer, if she was with Daniel longer, maybe I got the dates mixed up, but I'm pretty sure I didn't. Now this is the next thing, not last thing, but this is the next thing I wanted to talk about that just irked me. Ooh, it irked me. It irked me. Antonio Brown. I'm gonna give y'all time to get yourself together, because I'm gonna talk about this guy here, Antonio Brown. To me, Antonio Brown, I don't know, that was kind of like a shock to me when supposedly, allegedly, Keyshia Coles was kind of like linking up with him, hooking up with him, hanging out with him. And I'm gonna tell you what bothered me with Antonio Brown. When things was, I guess, was going good, and Keyshia felt like things was going good, she was kind of like trying to allegedly let it be known that, hey, she was dating him or hooking up with him. And Antonio Brown just tore that all up. Like, you know, I didn't like the fact that he was trying to play her, trying to make it seem like she was bothering him and it'd never be anything between them. All that mess, I couldn't get with it. I didn't like it. I'm just like, why would he play her like that? Even if he felt that way, he should have talked to her behind closed doors. Why would you try to play somebody like that that wasn't trying to play him? Wasn't trying to play him at all. And that's the only thing that I didn't like. I didn't like Antonio Brown doing that to her, playing her like that. I just didn't like it. And then, now that she's allegedly still dating Huncho, supposedly, allegedly, it's supposed to be some issues, allegedly, with Huncho and Keyshia Coles. I'm not for sure about that. I didn't get all in the deep detail. And it traveled back to Antonio Brown. And when he found out about the rumors of possibly it being issues with Huncho, Antonio Brown basically wants to try to recommunicate back with Keyshia Coles, because he's finding out that there's issues between her and Huncho. First off, no. Allegedly, she didn't respond. That's what was said. She didn't respond. You know, Antonio Brown tried to reach out. First off, no. After that video, when he tried to play her, trying to make it seem like he was above her and he didn't need her and it ain't that kind of party, and then you're gonna have the nerve to try to come back and try to reach out to her because she's having issues with a guy she's dating. No. Antonio Brown just would have been done. I don't even know what she saw in him. I don't know what Keyshia Coles saw in him. I don't. But I was a little shocked that they hooked up. I didn't know how long it would last. I just didn't like how he played her. I did not. I wasn't feeling it. And I told y'all in my first video, I follow her Twitter account, but I don't know if it's her main account. And I inboxed her when that mess had happened, when Antonio Brown, when that mess was going viral, that, you know, he was trying to play her and all of that. And I told her, I was like, I ain't like that. I was like, you better than that. You know, I told Keyshia Coles, I didn't like how he was doing you. And, you know, it was just sad. I didn't like it. You know, she's trying to find someone trying to be happy, and then you play her. Like, I didn't like how Antonio Brown did that. That's dirty work to me. Like, if you won't feeling her, you need to keep that behind closed doors and let her know. Don't let the public know that you won't feeling her, and you know, just making it seem like she was a burden to him. Like, so that just triggered me. I don't really care for Antonio Brown. I'm not gonna say anything bad about him, but that one thing is I don't like. I didn't like how he tried to play her. And then now allegedly trying to reach out to her recently because he heard she's having issues with Huncho. Comment below. Let me know how you feel about the Antonio Brown situation. Do you feel like Antonio Brown disrespected Keyshia Coles? Or do you feel like it was just hey, she should have been more careful? Which one? But either or, for me, I don't think he should have played her like that. Like, you should have, you know, this Keyshia Coles, you act like she was freaking hounding you down or something. Y'all hooked up. Y'all had a good time. I'm pretty sure that's how she was looking at it. And, you know, then he turn around and do some stupid stuff like that. So I just wasn't with it with that. I wasn't with it with Antonio Brown. So that didn't work out. So as you can see, I talked about 3 relationships that just kind of went left. And it's just like, dang, why? And I haven't read anything about Keyshia Coles being that out of control crazy, or had a terrible attitude, or don't treat her men right. Like, I haven't read anything about that. So it's kind of like, why aren't these relationships working with her? Last but not least, comment below if y'all knew about, here it is. Comment below if y'all knew about allegedly her and Jeezy dating back in 2005, but they ended it in 2007. That was supposed to be the power couple, if you ask me. Jeezy and Keyshia Coles allegedly, yes, they were dating back in the day. Comment below if y'all remember that. If y'all remember when Keyshia Cole was dating Jeezy, and she was in love with Jeezy, allegedly. She wanted to be with Jeezy. She wanted to marry Jeezy. And what I've read, allegedly, was they both wanted more out of the relationship. That's why it didn't work. They wanted more out of it, and that's why it didn't work. That's all that I read. And they were together from 2005 to 2007. Jeezy got discovered July 26, 2005. She started dating him in 2005. So within that year, you know, they were together. And I felt like that should have been the power couple. Come on. Keyshia Coles, the singer. Then you got Jeezy, the rapper. Both of them was popular at the time. In that era when they were out, it was just, I don't know. Why didn't that, you know, I know why it didn't work out, because they both wanted, you know, more things out of the relationship. But it's just like, dang, they didn't even try to get back together, you know, years later, or, you know, as time went on, they didn't try to reunite to get back together. But yeah, allegedly, Keyshia Coles was in love with some Jeezy. I believe she wanted to marry him. I remember around the time when they were dating. And that just didn't work out. And once that didn't work out, it really does seem like the men that she had after Jeezy, it just didn't work. It just didn't work. But comment below. Y'all remember when she was dating Jeezy? So it was Jeezy, Daniel Gibson, Nico, Antonio Brown. I don't even know what she saw in Antonio. Ugh. I don't like how he did her. So I'll never look at him as in, you know, anything other than just Antonio Brown. So, you know, I was just kind of curious about the history that she had with these men and why it just wasn't working, you know. I'm a fan of her. She's very beautiful again. She makes good music. And, you know, just the relationships that she had, it just didn't work. I was just kind of curious of why it didn't, you know. But yeah, that was a quick video of the Keyshia Coles. Again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. If you're a new user, if you're already subscribed to me, make sure you like this video. Let it get out. If you're a Keyshia Cole fans, share it with your other Keyshia Cole fans. And comment if y'all want to comment and have want me to talk about something else. It's other stuff that I do want to talk about. It's another video I want to talk about. I actually made this video 2 years ago. It was about that younger girl that dated her mother's husband, or I don't know. I know I made a video about it, and the update on that is she got a divorce. She's trying to get out of the relationship. But I remember back in the time when they did get together, how she was making videos about how they was going to be together. Nobody was going to stop them from being together. That young girl dating that, what, 50-something-year-old man? I think it was her mama's husband or her mama boyfriend. It was one of them. And remember, she had a relationship, ended up having kids, a whole man. She ended up getting married to him and everything. With an update that I seen not too long ago, they were getting a divorce. Like, she wanted out. I definitely got to talk about that, because I made a video about them. You know, why was she even with him from the jump? He old enough to be her granddaddy? So you see how as time go on and things change, her eyes must opened up and realize this is not for me. And you know, I'm pretty sure people tried to tell her that back then. It wasn't for, you know, that marriage wasn't for you. He old enough to be your granddaddy. So I'm going to talk about that next, because that was a trip. So that'll be the next video. But again, thank you for liking this video. I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all soon. Peace.